Everyone, please stand and join us in saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You all may be seated at this time. Good morning again. My name is Cynthia Croom. I'm the Executive Director of the Metropolitan Action Commission, and it's my pleasure and honor to welcome you here today. Those of you who have attended our graduations before know that my speech is the same every year. It does not change. My job is to give the rules for the day and to help you understand how and what will have you dismissed from the auditorium. The first way to get dismissed from the auditorium is to fail to clap for our graduates. Anyone seen not looking happy or excited or clapping for our graduates will be asked kindly, "Are you not happy for them today?" So the point is, we know that graduation ceremonies have lots of decorum, and we know that there's an expectation of behavior. We get that. And so we're not exactly expecting people to run down the aisles and do those types of things. But these men and women have come across obstacles. They've fought in ways that some of us would never imagine to have this moment. And they deserve our applause, and they deserve our cheers, and we are asking you to join us today in celebrating with them, because this is a huge milestone in their lives. So each year I ask that we always do a test, and that test is to see whether you get to stay for the entire graduation. So those of you who have the ability to stand, we encourage you to do so. So for now, let's just have a test of whether or not you can applaud appropriately for our graduates. Are you ready on 3? 1, 2, 3. Pretty good job. And we know that by the time the day is over, you will feel exactly what we feel and what our graduates feel. And that is that this is a day of great celebration. And we appreciate your being here to celebrate with us and with them. For those of you who have the program, we will follow in the order as listed. We will have, and I'll just go through very quickly, Candace Rodman will lead us in the installation of our Honor Society members. Our salutatorian address will be presented by Tiffany House. That will be followed by a PowerPoint presentation of our 2014 graduating candidates. And the lovely Miss Brenda Gill will be singing when that is taking place. And then we will have our valedictorian address. And at that time, after we have those particular areas, then we'll pick up with the next part of the program. I'm going to do something that I haven't done in previous years, and I am just going to ask that at the point that our salutatorian stands to give her address, that her family will also stand and then take your seat. Would you do that for me? Also, thank you, when our valedictorian stands to give his address, if his family is present, if you would just stand when he stands and then take your seat. We don't expect you to stand for the entire time. I think it's important that we are able to honor him, both our valedictorian and our salutatorian, for their scores. You all, let's have a fantastic time today. and make sure that our graduates know just how proud we are of them. Would you welcome Candace Rodman at this time?
Thank you. Thank you. And good morning. Before that, I would like to acknowledge some of our community partners who are here. If you are here, if you would just please stand. This program is successful because of your partnership, and we do appreciate you. We have the Tennessee Department of Labor, the Sheriff Department, Chef Davis, Goodwill Industries, Mental Health Cooperative, Maximus, Tennessee Works, the Nashville Career Advancement Center, Top Ladies of Distinction, along with United Way of Metropolitan Nashville, Nashville Financial Empowerment Centers. These agencies have been very supportive throughout our program, rendering services to our graduates and our students, and we really do appreciate it. Thank you. The induction ceremony. Honor graduates, will you please stand, come forward, and face the audience. The Metropolitan Action Commission GED Honor Society was founded June 18, 1998 to recognize GED scholars. Since the inception of this honor, 194 members have been inducted. Today, 22 graduates achieved their honor, having scored 2,500 or above on the GED test or 16 and above on the High School Equivalency exam. To become a member of this organization, one must demonstrate high quality and achievement in 4 categories. That includes scholarship, service, leadership, and character. Honor graduates, will you please repeat after me? I pledge to maintain the highest standard of personal conduct. I will apply myself to continue a record of scholastic achievement, and I will strive for excellence in all aspects of my education. I will invest my talents, my skills, and my knowledge in a career of my own, choosing and shall always endeavor to uphold my obligations as a citizen of my community and my country. Thank you. You have been fully inducted into the Honor Society.
Villegas. Tiffany House. Brittany Baker. Savannah Casto. James Chenoweth. Crystal Cochran. DeAndrea Mason. Jeffrey McElrath. LaShonda Jones. Ashley Oswald. Cherie Peebles. Marquita Porter. Traco Robinson. Jalisa Shelton. Stephanie Shelton. Marissa Thomas.
We are going to make one change to our order. We will have our presentations at this time by our salutatorian and our valedictorian. So if our salutatorian would come at this time with her speech, and then if her family would just stand so that we can see you.
Good morning, Board of Directors, Board of Commissioners, Director Kroon, Mr. Cox, staff, family, friends, and fellow graduates. This is a great honor, and I am truly humbled to be standing here before you all today. Did you want to see me broken, bowed head and lowered eyes? Shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries. Words by Maya Angelou. Growing up, I was raised with an assortment of dolls: Cabbage Patch, Strawberry Shortcake, Care Bears. I came from a traditional family that demonstrated strong work ethics, compassion for others, and a deep sense of loyalty to family. We were not well off. However, we were by no means poor. We were a working class family. My grandparents, they were raised in the South, post-Depression. They were raised during a time when to get an education was not a given. They lived through a time when it was a struggle to be educated. It was a risk to be educated. You were taking a chance, in most instances, for your life. Despite challenges of those days, my grandparents survived. They persevered. Like many during those times, they moved to the North for a chance at a better life and to give their children a chance at a better life. They soon realized that in order for their children to have the life that they dreamed for them, they would need to be educated. And so they instilled in their children a respect for hard work and a respect for education. Although things did not work out as they hoped for their children in the academic arena, their children demonstrated promise. When my generation came along, we were once again challenged to dodge the same obstacles that our parents dodged to get the education and the skills to make it in this world. I stand here before you today to say, although my grandparents' dreams didn't lead to the desired destination, it paved the path for their grandchildren to follow. Fast forward from Cabbage Patch, and Strawberry Shortcake, and Care Bears, end of my 11th grade year. As with all teens, I thought that I knew it all. There was nothing no one could tell me. Fast forward, 19-year-old me was a mom. No career, no high school diploma, and a son that I now needed to raise and support. During my career of menial labor-intensive jobs, my grandparents' words of wisdom and support and encouragement began to resonate, lighting a path my 16-year-old self wandered away from. The years, they flew by. My son, now 14, approaches high school himself. He has vague memories of our homestead and its glory days. I look at my man-child and I realize that I have failed to set the bar, the standard that was set for me. What message was I sending to him? With that motivation and an injury to my back, I set out to accomplish what my family always wanted for me, an education. I look back and realize the choices that I made, the decisions that I made, and I realized that I had the opportunity, the support, and the love that I needed to succeed, and I know that now. I watched 3 of my younger cousins who grew up in the same environment I grew up in go on to complete high school and go directly to college. They all graduated with their undergrad degrees. I often use their success to motivate my son. However, as a 34-year-old mom, I realized my younger cousin's successes should have been my motivation as well. So I bit the bullet, and through word of mouth and other sources, I was led to the Metro Action Commission Adult Education Program. I stand before you today because I took a chance. I summoned the love and the strength of my family to step out on faith and seek what I had walked away from, opportunity. I stand before you today not through any special talents of my own. I stand before you because of the love, the support, and the guidance of those who always knew I could be more. 3 beautiful souls supported me the most in this decision: Mrs. Rodman, Mrs. Sherrill, and last and certainly not least, Dr. Collins. Without you 3 ladies, none of us would be sitting here today, and I thank you. Today, I would like to encourage my fellow graduates that no matter what stumbling blocks you have encountered, no matter what excuses you may have made for yourself, today, we have arrived at the starting gate of the rest of our lives. We are nowhere near the finish line, but we have arrived at the beginning. to a brighter future. I leave you with these closing words by Dr. Maya Angelou. You can shoot me with your words. You may cut me with your eyes. You may kill me with your hatefulness. But still, like air, I rise.
Please welcome our valedictorian and his family. If you're present, please stand.
Good morning, Board of Commissioners, members of the Metro Council, Director Kroom, Mr. Cox, staff, family members, friends, and fellow graduates. It is an honor to be standing here today as your valedictorian. Today, we are here to celebrate the class of 2014. Let us take a few moments to talk about how we all came to be in this class. All of us are here because, for one reason or another, we failed to complete our high school education. For me, I dropped out my senior year in high school in favor of a state equivalency exam. The only problem is that I did not pass the exam and did not bother to retake it. Little did I know, this would redirect the career options I would pursue in the future. Not having our high school diplomas have limited opportunities for us all. For some, it meant not being able to get a job. For others, it meant not being able to move to higher education. These are all opportunities that people who have completed their high school education take for granted. This reminds me of the poem, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, by the late Dr. Maya Angelou. She wrote, "The caged bird sings with a feel-for trill of things unknown, but longed for still, and his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged bird sings of freedom." We were the caged birds, longing for the opportunities that a high school education can give to us. Luckily, our song was heard. We were all given the chance to complete our education and reap the harvest we were once denied. Now that we have completed our high school education, the possibilities are endless. We can pursue that job that we were denied, or we can finally achieve our dreams of going to college. It is now up to us to seek out those opportunities and to fulfill our potential. Using the words of the great communicator, Maya Angelou, nothing will work unless you do. I sincerely hope we live up to our potential. We have all worked too hard not to. My hope is to see all my fellow graduates follow their dreams and goals now that we have completed the program. Finally, on behalf of the class of 2014, I would like to thank the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson counties and the Metropolitan Action Commission for the Adult Education Program. Thank you, Ms. Rodman, for all the support and encouragement you have given to us. Thank you, Ms. Sherrill, for your warmth and kindness. And thank you, Dr. Collins, whose knowledge and know-how have been a key to our success. I believe I can speak for each graduate here today when I say we are grateful to you all. In closing, I want to say how proud I am of all of us. For some it took months, for others years, but we have all achieved the same result. We all earned our diplomas. As was said by Dr. Maya Angelou, all great achievements require time. To the class of 2014, congratulations. We too now know why the caged bird sings. Let us all take a bow because we've earned it. Thank you.
Now, James, I have hesitated to call your name today for one reason, because I know I'm going to mess up your last name. So please, would you say it to me so I can say it correctly?
Villegas.
So James Villegas, as our valedictorian, you have honored us and you have represented your class with excellence. We thank you and we appreciate you, and we present this plaque to you on behalf of the Metropolitan Action Commission Adult Education Program, where we believe in helping people and changing lives. Tiffany, I can say House much easier than James' last name. But we want to say to you as well just how proud we are of you and the accomplishments that you've made. We're just proud of you. You did a fantastic job, as did James. I know it wasn't easy to stand up here, but thank you for representing your class and for representing our organization. You all may join your fellow graduates at this time. At this time, we will have a presentation of our graduates that we know that you will enjoy.
James Villegas. Tiffany House. Brittany Baker. Savannah Casto. James Chenoweth. Crystal Cochran. DeAndrea Mason. Jeffrey McElrath. LaShonda Jones. Ashley Oswald. Cherie Peebles. Marquita Porter. Traco Robinson. Jaleesa Shelton. Stephanie Shelton. Marissa Thomas. LaWanda Baker. Destiny Biggs. Shaquila Biggs. Devontae Carter. Martha Castellanos. Christina Chamorro. Shannon Davis. Nichelle Day. Carla Houston. Angela Gomez. Demetria Glenn. Dominique Hansard. Virginia Holt. Ivania Ivy. Montarius Johnson.
Shut your mouth. Be quiet.
Caprice Jones. Reginald Jones. Nedra Knox. Tawana Lumpkin. Annette McDaniel. Alicia Nelson. Corey Preston. Dolores Refugee. Kayla Stennis. Jessica Stevens. Darren Thomas. Brittany Thomas Tate. Anissa Troutman. Alicia Waters. Marlon White. Jonita Wilson. Amber Woods. Shannon Wright. Graduates, please stand. Mrs. Croom, I hereby acknowledge that the names read in your hearing this 20th day of June have successfully completed the requirements of the Adult Education Department of the Metropolitan Action Commission and are hereby ready for confirmation as the graduating class of 2014.
That on this 20th day of June 2014, by the authority vested in me as the Executive Director of the Metropolitan Action Commission, by the Mayor of Nashville and Davidson County, and the Board of Commissioners of this organization, I hereby confer that these students are now recognized as official graduates of the 2014 graduate until I finish, right? Okay, okay. I have to finish. Let me finish. I hereby confer that these students are now recognized as official graduates of the 2014 class of the Adult Education Program. Graduates, please turn your tassels. This for next year's class, would you all please be seated at this time? It's tough to graduate and then have somebody ask you to sit down, isn't it? So we'll fix that for the next class, but you all are going to have to bear through. We have just a few remarks by Mr. Cox, if he'll come at this time.
Y'all had us scared for a minute. January, y'all had us sweating a little bit. Yeah. Miss Refugee, Mr. Cox, I need 10 points. I don't think I'm gonna get it. Miss Shear, Mr. Cox, I just don't know. I'm gonna keep working. And Miss Lumpkin, oh my goodness. Miss Lumpkin stayed in my office. Yeah, I called you out today. You didn't know that was gonna happen, did you? Yeah. And Mr. Corey, I mean, he done gone and got a fade. Little twigs are gone. I guess our little conversation helped. Looks good. Looks good. See, what you might not know, all the gentlemen are required to come and see me. Now it's all the graduates, yes, graduates can come, but the young men are required to see me because we lay out a plan for our next steps. And Mr. Corey, his first item was to change the, looks good. To this class, thank you so much. You're celebrating today, but you help us celebrate every day. That's the reason we show up. And that's why we don't use the word failure in our program, because you're making improvements. And notice we don't talk about the naysayers, because they don't even exist, because they don't know your story. You inspire us every day. And you know, we always talk about foundation. I know you know that's my favorite word. We're laying a foundation. Well, now you have established a foundation. So here's what we're gonna do. Today, we're gonna celebrate. Tomorrow, we build. Okay? So today, I'm gonna give you 24 hours to celebrate. So this time tomorrow, it is approximately 12:30. So at 12:30 tomorrow, you lay out your plan for going to school, or we're gonna find us a career. Notice I didn't say find a job. I said find a career. And we're still here, and we're looking for you to come back and see us so we can build on that foundation. Post-secondary education or career, that's where we go. Again, congratulations. And the other thing, before the day ends, I want you to find your circle of support. Because here's what I know. You cannot do it on your own. There's somebody who's pushing you, somebody that's encouraging you. I want you to find those people before today ends, whether it be a hug, whether it be a phone call, you make that call. It's funny how the world is small. We have a summer food service program that provides meals to children during the summer months. And on occasion, I have to get on the truck to assist. And on this particular day, I was riding with a young lady. And we were talking, and she works on with the agency, and she works on the Head Start side. She provides transportation to our children. And we got into a conversation about education. And then we talked about adult education. And she looked at me and she said, "Do you know my daughter?" And she gave me the name. I said, "Well, the name doesn't sound familiar, but if I saw her face, I would definitely know who she would be." Miss DeAndre Mason, you got some people that love you and who are rooting for you. So, today, before the day ends, and you know who I'm referring to, right? I want you to give her the biggest hug that you can give, because she really loves you and she really supports you and she's really happy for you today. And she gets a double. You graduate and she has a birthday. Okay, all right. And I want to thank our student workers for helping us. Would you stand? Our student workers. And when I talk about support, I want the community services staff to please stand. I want our leadership team to please stand. And I want our board members to please stand. These are the folks that provide us with the support. And your really big support, you might not see it every day, but our executive director, Ms. Kroon, she is pulling for you each and every day. She's challenging us every day to do what's best in your interest. So I want to thank our executive director, Ms. Kroon, for her vision and her effort. And now I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Kroon.
Well, I know you want to go. Let me ask real quickly, parents of our graduates, would you stand? Parents of our graduates, if you're a mother or father of our graduates, would you stand? Thank you all so very much. Thank you. So if you all will be seated, if siblings, if you're a sister or brother of our graduates, would you stand? Thank you all. If you are the spouse, the husband of, or the wife of our graduate, would you stand? Thank you. If you are the child or grandchild of one of our graduates, would you stand? Now with everyone else that I didn't call, please stand. Time, we want to be able to go ahead and allow our graduates an opportunity to celebrate with their family. We know that there's a reception that's in the building. There's also a fountain out front that's a place that looks real friendly to sit on. We've been asked not to sit on or sit around the fountain, but it's a great place to take some pictures. Graduates, you have made us proud. Would you stand, please? If the instructors, Ms. Cheryl, Dr. Collins, Candace, if you all are still close by, would you come up so we can make sure you all see the instructors who worked with them. They loved them, they did an exceptional job. I see you in the back. They're in the back waving their hands, you all. These are the ladies who worked diligently with our graduates. And now finally, graduates, we're going to ask you to proceed out. Now, did they tell you to go that way? No. We're going down the center aisle because I need them to see you because we are celebrating you. So if you all would do your best, your level best, to stay out of the aisles because this is for our graduates. Okay? And so graduates, we're going to, is there music?